What's up, YouTube? So today I'm doing a nutrient feeding for the whole garden. So I'm going to be filling this 55-gallon drum up with water and nutrients. And basically my nutrients say right here 2 mils to 18 milliliter per gallon. So I did the math, and basically I'm gonna say there's 52 gallons and I'm only gonna do 15 milliliters, to keep it a little lower than max. And I'm gonna still fill it to the 55, and I'm gonna do, since this is the first feeding of the year, but basically if you do the math, 52 times 15, you get around 750. So I took this, I measured out 500 milliliters. And then I just need to do another 250. I already put part B in, but and then I also have some extra in my coffee mate bottle. This is just how I would normally do it. I just had this measured out, but I'm just going to use my mixing glass from now on. The rest of this is going in. And just so you guys can see, it's soil A and soil B. And I've been using these for years. Honestly, with hydroponics, you just get the hydro setup or the aqua flakes, and it works pretty well. But as of right now, my tank's still filling, and basically all I did was I had an extra piece of hose that I run to here, and I let this fill my reservoir. Then I add the nutrients. Then basically I put this onto my transfer pump, and it will go in and it will pull from the reservoir through the transfer pump and then out the top part of the transfer pump to my retractable hose. And that's how I'm able to feed my whole garden. And at first, this is probably the best way to do a nutrient feeding, just because it's so efficient to just use a transfer pump and a 55-gallon drum. But normally last year I used I tried to do this once a week, but it gets expensive because right now in America, both of these are around $100. So I'm definitely I was a little overzealous last year, and I did a lot of intense feedings, and I should have just did the normal way. And basically I'll get back to when I'm setting up my transfer pump, and we'll go from there. So after you get your reservoir filled and the nutrients are in there, you want to then set up your pump. If you don't have electricity, then you would have to use a generator or whatnot to activate the transfer pump. But you always want to make sure you prime your pump and pre-fill it with water, just so it doesn't dry start. And basically what I do is I fill it with water, and I put the transfer pump on kind of an angle so it holds the water into the pump for when I first started out. And after that, I go around to every plant in my garden, and I let all my plants kind of get some food, because this is just like a standard A and B. It's not going to be too aggressive.